beyond tragic. And then days later, firefighters were called to the same townhouse complex for another blaze. Fires in the winter versus summer, are they more difficult to fight in colder weather? And how can we stay safe in our homes? Joining us now is Mississauga Deputy Fire Chief Rob Grimwood. Welcome to the Morning Zoom.
Thank you.
Deputy Chief Grimwood, we all want to know if there's been any kind of update in that tragic fire that led to the deaths of the three boys. I mean, the hearts of everybody in the GTA were with the mother of that family.
Yes, I don't believe there has been any update. The cause and origin of the fire remains under investigation.
So tell us about winter fires. Are they more difficult to fight for firefighters? And I ask because there seem to have been a few lately that are quite substantial in size. The ones that we're talking about in Brampton, and also that explosion in Ottawa that led to the deaths of a number of people. What's winter versus summer for firefighters?
Well, it has. It's been a terribly tragic first month of the year. We've had several fatal fires, as you referenced, Ottawa, Brampton, and then one in Sandy Lake in the far north. Winter fires are both more prevalent and more difficult to fight from a firefighting perspective. They're more prevalent because of the use of space heaters, the use over Christmas of additional extension cords and power bars, the use of furnaces, and the use of chimneys make the actual number of fires more prevalent through the winter. And then in terms of the challenges around fighting the fire, it has access challenges. Fire hydrants are often buried by snow. We can't always place our fire apparatus where we want because of snow banks. And then, of course, the challenge is just with moving water in cold temperatures, freezing of equipment, that sort of thing.
Rob, because of the pandemic and all of the attention that's been placed on it in the last couple of years, you wonder if fire safety, the reminders that people normally get pre-pandemic about things to make sure you've got happening in your home, if that's been a little bit lax, and maybe that's why we've had more fires this year.
So it's interesting you raised the pandemic. The pandemic itself has raised the number of fires because people who used to be only home 14, 15 hours a day are now home 24 hours a day because they're working from home, which means there's more meals being prepared. Kids are doing online schooling. People that would normally not be cooking over the lunch hour, for example, are now, we're seeing the use of cooking in kitchens that much more. So the pandemic has added a total another layer that we've noticed has increased the number of structure fires as well. In terms of the messaging, we're relentless at trying to message the need to have working smoke alarms and a home escape plan. And we're trying all different ways to get that message out: traditional media, social media, face-to-face public consultation and public education when we can. It's so important that people always think that a fire can happen to them. And I think that's what happens is they don't think it's applicable to them. And we need everybody to take very seriously their own fire safety plans.
Mississauga Deputy Fire Chief Rob Grimwood, thanks for your time today. Important information.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You're listening to The Morning Zoom.